I wandered into the rubbery, a fella was drinking with the flies. I asked for directions out of there, and he gave me some advice. Yeah, it's quite simple, mate. So what you're going to want to do is walk up the high street, cross the railway tracks when my dad met me mum when she was swinging a bag. Oh, he was shook on that climber, scored between the posts. Tried to get off at Redfern, but dragged the chain and I was made. The old man went off his cadoodle on the lunatic soup, and she met a bloke selling coals in Newcastle with a gold nugget in his tooth. You with me? Oh, he absolutely wasn't. Couldn't understand a word. Before I could draw a map, he started in on a second verse. Then what you're going to want to do is turn left at east of Never Never, where the paddocks are so dry the crows fly backwards to keep the dust out of their eyes. Then you'll hit the racetrack where I went for the doctor on the bell. The bookie said, "You got Buckley's, mate, that mudlark couldn't run down a well." And right on cue, Huey brought it down, and I knew I was in luck. My swimmer won the race because it was wet enough to bog a duck. You with me? Oh, he absolutely wasn't. Couldn't understand a word. Before I could write it down, he started a third verse. Then what you're going to want to do is, roundabout Arbo, you should hit Bargo. Top your wheels up at the servo. Grab yourself some brecco. Say hello to Jono. He's the local ambo. Go for traveller from the bottle, but don't get aggro if Simo's on smoko. He was a wharfie in Freo. He's built like a brick shithouse and he'll knock your flaming block off. Then you hit the Frog and Toad, head due north. Right, I said. I think I've got it. So I followed his directions. I drove for an entire day. Must have driven in circles, 'cause I was back at the pub again. The old fella smiled and said, "Sorry to give you the runaround. We took the signpost down years ago to help populate this town." Then I saw the pub was chockers. I got outside a couple of malts. Silly as a wheel and full as a googie, was generous to a fault. I never made it back home that day. I decided to drop an anchor. And that's the story how I came to live in good old Bullamakenka. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, we had a lot of fun writing that. But I certainly can't wait to perform that one over in the UK. A lot of people ask me to do videos where you say, you know, use an Australian expression. Well, I think I'll just give them that one. See how they get on. I actually wouldn't mind if someone could come up after the show and tell me exactly what I said, if you worked it out. This is a song that is on their new album, and I'm very. It's a very important song to me because, you know, I am a man of an age, a certain age. Last time I was in Adelaide was the mid-80s. You can do some generous math if you want. But the one thing that's very obvious about living is that as we get older, our bodies start to let us down a little bit. But I think one of the most important things that we can do in life is to not let our mind go that way either. I think it's really important that we stay young in our mind, we stay active and we stay positive. And this is a song about that. Satisfied mind is hard to find, but not for me. Those rules for living are unforgiven and won't let me be. I know failure like the back of my hand, and that can take a toll on any man. But I feel fortunate, gonna give a little thanks for each and every disappointment that screwed up my plans. There's always a reason. Every man will have his season. Every dog will have his day. and this old dog will find a way, I bet. 'Cause I ain't done yet. When I was young, I would run from all good things, hurt myself and anyone else who tried to clip my wings. I've learned my lessons well. I count my blessings, can't you tell? And I got gratitude for all who came and went. They got me through those long winters of discontent. I never drew the curtain until I knew for certain that when all is said and done, I'm not waiting on the sun to set, 'cause I ain't done yet. Now I find my like mind in someone else. I can see that you need a little help. You may think you're gonna run aground, but we can turn this ship. We can turn this ship around, and I feel lucky, babe. Our fates are in the wind. We don't know what we are doing, but we're dialing in. And if you need a reminder that the past is far behind you, then come with me. What will be, take what we can get, 'cause we ain't done yet. Thank you. Mr. Riley Catherall on the acoustic and Mr. Damien Cafarella on slide. Mr. Cafarella, of course, you sing and play the bass. There isn't an instrument that has got strings on it that he doesn't play, and he plays the drums as well. So Miss Jen's coming up again. Give her a big welcome.
Feeling like I was missing out on all the fun.
And Mr. Will Conway's back on the drum kit too, ladies and gentlemen. Please give it up for Will. We've got another duet for you. Just more silliness. Again, a relationship duet. I'm like a broken record, aren't I?
But this is more like a relationship advice song, isn't it? This one?
This is a relationship advice song. That a lot of marriages, we reckon a lot of marriages and relationships founder because people are always looking for someone to blame. And it's a disastrous scenario because, you know what, you can be right, you can prove yourself to be right, but end up very alone. So this is a song called Somebody, and it's about avoiding blame. Somebody left the gas on, nearly burned the whole house down.
Somebody forgot to feed the dog, nearly put him in the ground.
Somebody left the washing out in the pouring rain.
Now we got no clothes to wear.
We'll have to go nude again. Somebody, who's the somebody of whom you speak? Somebody, it must be you, 'cause baby it sure ain't me. Somebody, somebody. Does the somebody have a name? Ain't it about time that somebody took the blame and wore the shame? Mr. Cat.
Somebody forgot to push record. Now we've got nothing to watch.
Somebody left the lights on. How much is that gonna cost?
Somebody left the door unlocked.
Yeah, well, somebody was in a rush.
Somebody left the seat up.
And somebody forgot to flush. Somebody, who's the somebody of whom you speak? Somebody, it must be you, 'cause baby it sure ain't me. Somebody, does the somebody have a name? Ain't it about time that somebody took the blame and wore the shame? Somebody, who could this somebody be? Somebody, well, it's a mystery to me. Somebody, oh, it's best that we don't know. 'Cause if we find out, then somebody has to go. And if they leave, then I'll be left here on my own. Without somebody, this house just ain't no home. Thank you.
Bit of fun.
Now, here's the exciting thing. Miss Jen has just created her own original EP, 6 songs, which is about to go. Yes, get it up.
Thank you.
And the very first song from the EP has already been released. It's out there on Spotify and Apple Music and all the rest. And then today, Jen? Second song?
Yesterday, Riley and I co-wrote a song called 3 o'clock in the morning, which came out yesterday. That's more of a ballad. This one we're about to do for you is a bit of a, well, I suppose it's a revenge song, really.
Sure.
And it has a French chorus, Quelqu'un va à la tombe, which means someone's going to the grave. And it's set in New Orleans.
And it could be Dr. Carl. I mean, Alan's all right, but I don't know about the doc. Here we go. This is Quelqu'un va à la tombe.
2, 1, 2, 3.
When he stormed into the bedroom, she was crumpled in a heap. Still in the dress she wore from the night before. There were sirens in the street. And though he wasn't known for rage, he wanted those men for help. Something snapped inside him when he saw his love struck down. Quelqu'un va à la tombe. Somebody's gonna pay. He'll scour the streets until his dying day. La vengeance est unlucky, c'est mon choix. Quelqu'un va à la tombe. Quelqu'un va à la tombe. When he saw those tears streak down her cheeks, he couldn't let it be. So he searched through every barroom, Baton Rouge to New Orleans. They tell you to do others as you'd have them do to you. But you gotta finish what you start, what you set out to do. Quelqu'un va à la tombe. Somebody's gonna pay. He'll scour the streets until his dying vengeance est unlucky, c'est mon choix. Quelqu'un va à la tombe, quelqu'un va à la tombe. So she followed in his footsteps as the endless hunt went on. Then late one night she saw the sight that waited for so long. He reached into his pocket for his pistol filled with lead. But quick as any Oakley, she fired her own gun at their heads. Quelqu'un va à la tombe, somebody gonna pay. He'll scour the streets until his dying day. La vengeance est unlucky, c'est mon choix. Quelqu'un va à la tombe, quelqu'un va à la tombe, quelqu'un va à la tombe, quelqu'un va à la tombe.
What about
you
it?
so much.
Keith, give it up. Give it up. And also, Ken, while you're doing it, could you please give it up for Mr. Riley Catherall and his support tonight? Riley is an exceptional musician. It's a privilege to share a stage with him and to listen to his beautiful music. And speaking of listening to beautiful music, the one thing that we got to tell you from up here on the stage that keeps us going is when people like and follow us on all of the streaming platforms. So you know what? If the last thing you did tonight before you went to sleep was go and find Jennifer Hansen, Alan Fletcher and Riley Catherall, did a little like and a follow, and it mean the world to us. I can't begin to tell you. Perfect. Jen's got a sound effect on her keyboard that every now and again just randomly starts up. Yes. It's true. It's absolutely true. And also, please say thank you very much to Will Conway here. Will came down here to play tonight. Basically, he got sent a Dropbox folder and said, "Here, mate, here's 16 songs. Just come down and play with you." That's remarkable.
I have a question.
Yes, sir.
How long have you known Will for?
How long have I known Will?
Yeah, tell the
I've
people.
known him since Soundcheck. But I got to say, man, I think you're a superb drummer, and he's a brilliant pianist as well. So you know, what can you do? This is a song called "All That I Can Do." Got myself in a mess tonight, kind of mess you can't put right. Did the wrong turn, then knew the right. 'Cause I got good at going wrong, not learning lessons or being strong. It's best I move along, do it fast. Oh, I never found a place I couldn't leave. There's always a first time, I believe. I never thought she'd get a hook so deep inside of me, and it's all that I can do to set her free. I never made a bed, but I've lied in a few, left pillows of tears for one or two. I've been chased out every kind of town. I'm a fool for love right at the start, but I'm the fool who breaks the hearts, and the only rule is never stick around. Oh, I never found a place I couldn't leave. There's always a first time, I believe. I never thought I'd hesitate. Is it too late for me? And it's all that I can do to set her free. Myself in a mess tonight. Stayed around instead of taking flight. Did the crime, now I'm doing the time. She said she'd wait, but I told her no. The flame's gone out, it's time to go. It's nobody's fault. It's nobody's fault but mine. Oh, I never found a place I couldn't leave. But there's always a first time, I believe. I never thought she'd get a hook so deep inside of me. And it's all that I can do to set her free. I never thought I'd hesitate. Is it too late for me? And it's all that I can do to set her free. And it's all that I can do to set her free. Thank you. This next song is again from the new album. Written with Ms. Riley, and this is a love song. Kath's joking around because it's basically a murder ballad, but it's a love song. It's a song of our father's love for their son. It's called Him or Me. Just a single moment in time that led me astray. I lost it all on a wager I could never repay. So I had no other choice. I carefully took aim. Now a man lies dead and the papers said, we know who is to blame. What made you pull the trigger? What filled your heart with rage? Made you do this destiny? How did it get this way? By the look in his eye, I realized it was plain to see it was him or me. It was him or me. My father said, don't say a word when I told him what I'd done. But he drove me to the station and he handed in my gun. They let me go around midnight. It's not you we're after, son. Now a jury's planned and the hangman's preparations have begun. What made you pull the trigger? What limits filled your heart? What drove you to this destiny? How did it get this way? By the look in his eye, I realized it was plain to see it was him or me. It was him or me. I pleaded with him to stand down. I must pay for my own crime. But my father turned and smiled and said, I'll bear your cross this time. You have so much to live for. I'm at the end of the line. The cade's repaid, the cast is made. Your cross is still mine. That's why he'd pulled the trigger. no rage filled his heart. He kept a promise that he made. My father played my part. He gave me a second chance to wipe my slate clean. He took the fall and made the call and let me walk free as they led him away. I heard him say, this is how it has to be. It was him or me. It was him or me. Thank you. Thank you. I'd like to say a huge thanks to Kevin on sound. Mate, you've created he's created a beautiful space up here for us, and I know everyone is telling me it's sounding pretty good in the room. Would you agree? Yeah. So thanks, mate. We really appreciate it. And, of course, many appreciations to the Wheat Chief for having us and for Ria for having us down here. Now, we've got to get serious now. I've got a lot of things in life that I am very, very passionate about. I'm passionate about a fair go. I'm passionate about Essendon. I reckon if the Essendon Football Club ever died, they'd bury him in Adelaide. No, it's because Adelaide keeps belting us. No, I'm passionate about lots and lots of things, but I'm also passionate about beer. Now, I'm aware that sounds a little trivial, but I can't help it because beer and I get along so well. The thing is about beer, though, is people like to buggerise around with it. They like to add all sorts of crap into it. They like to make it into all different types of beer. I don't understand it. There are some suburbs in Melbourne, I walk in and I ask for the beer that I like, it doesn't exist. So I got a little angry about it, and I wrote a song. It's called For the Love of Lager. The workday is done at the setting of the sun. I hear a siren's call from a beckoning bar stool. I got a hunger and a thirst, think I'll fix the ladder first. So I drag my bones down to the local. I push through the saloon doors, see no carpet on the floors. Seems there's been a bit of renovation. I order up a beer. The barman says, please be more clear. I'm gonna need a lot more information. We've got a pale ale, a Wiesenbock, a Pilsener without the froth, a blonde or a dark or a brune. Do you want a porter, a wheat beer, a double or a wheat beer, or ale, heavy light on you? A standard or a premium, a lambic or a saison, a stout or a nitro, or a Kolsch or a Faro. I said, mate, I just want a beer. The barman looked me up and down like I was some kind of clown, and I swear a hush descended on the venue. He grunted and he sneered and he tugged upon his beard and he disdainfully handed me a menu. There was an IPA, an APA, a Radler Maple Chardonnay, a bitter with a berry infusion. There's something called a Dortmund, a stout with hints of lavender and coconut to add to the confusion. There was a creek and a steam and a triple malted cream, an alcoholic ginger beer. You know where this is going, don't you? They didn't have a simple fucking lager. If you're asking me, beer's a simple recipe. You'd only need a handful of ingredients. Take malted barley stew, add some yeast to make it booze, and serve chilled for maximum enjoyment. You don't need bananas or oysters, mustard seeds or coffee beans, a pass in a feline's poo. Cannabis or ginger, beard yeast or chili or frankincense or myrrh. Up your pale ale, keep my lager true blue. Just clean and crisp, no unnecessary shit. A beer with nothing weird in it. The same one my grandfather sipped, a simple lager's the brew I choose. I've sung that song 5,293 times. It's the first time I fucked it up. There you go. Now, I need a lager, and it's the first thing I'm going to do when I get off the stage. And then I'm going to come around and say hi and say very, very special thanks for the support. I knew in my heart that I had to get here to Adelaide because I've got so many wonderful supporters here, and one of my favourite people in the world is here. No, beautiful girl. And Peter too, wherever you are. Thank you so much for the wonderful support you've always given me. So, it's an incredible place for me to come and visit. Thank you to the people who signed up and subscribed too, because people love the subscription situation. It's free, of course. I do birthday messages for people, and of course you get discounts on tickets and all that sort of stuff and merchandise. So, people seem to think it's worth it. So why not? Why wouldn't you do it? And I promise not to pester you too often. I certainly would never pass your email address on to anybody else, except Jen. So thank you very, very much. Now, I don't do the encore thing. That's bollocks, because my hips are a bit dicky, so I don't like to have to get off the stage and get back on again. So I'm just going to do one more song for you. Thanks again to Kevin and Rhea and the Wheat Chief. Thanks to Will Conway, everybody on drums. Give it up for him. Legend Jennifer Hansen on the keyboard. Mr. Damien Caffarello, the legend, on bass guitar, and the wonderful Riley Catherall on lead and slide. We got some Neighbours fans in the house? That might help with this song. When I was growing up, I fell in love with a girl. Not a supermodel or glamorous at all. Just the mum with the most from an Aussie telly soap. She's loving and kind, steadfast as well. She doesn't have long hair, but her new style is swell. She doesn't live next door, but she's my favourite neighbour. 'Cause I got a crush on Susie K. Now, what's going on here? Oh, I'm in the wrong. I'm sitting here going, Riley, for God's sake, mate. Oh, that's pretty.
K of A, everyone.
I actually preferred it before, but we'll do this one instead. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 'Cause I got a crush on Susie K. She wouldn't give me the time of day. The most beautiful girl on Australian TV. I got a crush on Susan Kennedy. Hurry home from school every afternoon. Switch the telly on and get ready to swoon. The super mama Ramsey Street, she's so hot. When Sue was in an episode, it doesn't need a plot. In an ideal world, oh, she would be my girl. Yeah, I got a crush on Susie K. She wouldn't give me the time of day. Like a disease without a remedy. I got a crush on Susan Kennedy. Oh, I got a crush. I went on a tour of the Neighbours set, trying to catch a glimpse of the girl I never met. I waited all day, and then she walked my way. My tongue got all elastic and I couldn't seem to speak. She thought I was a stalker, so she slapped me on the cheek. It was really ace, now I'll never wash my face. Oh, I got a crush on Susie K. She wouldn't give me the time of day. They call her a Kinski, but I'll never agree. She'll always be a Kennedy to me. Oh, I got a crush on Susie K. One day she'll be mine, I don't care what they say. The most beautiful girl on Australian TV. I got a crush on Miss Susan Kennedy. Thank you for coming. You've been absolutely awesome. I've had a ball. I'll come and say hello.